Our group presentation is on the effect of social class and money on love and relationships. We use The Great Gatsby as our main source for our project because it has a great representation of the major effect money can have on people.
I wish I'd done everything on earth with you.
Great Gatsby portrays people's attitudes towards social class. Daisy Buchanan and Jay Gatsby are the main love interests in the story, and their story revolves around money. In the 20s, with the huge shifts in the economy, people were able to get rich fast, creating a whole new social dynamic: old money versus new money. Gatsby was born into a lower class home. Daisy was born wealthy. They were in love when they were younger, but because of their background, the separate social stratospheres they were born into kept them apart, whether it be by personal prejudice or parental interference. When the roaring 20s came around, Gatsby thought that by working hard and becoming as insanely wealthy as possible, he'd be able to be with Daisy, but she had already married. In those days, regardless of whether you both had money, you were still considered a separate social class if you had to earn your money instead of being born into it. Gatsby was new money, Daisy was old money, and with this came difference in behavior. Those who came into new money were wilder and more extravagant, whereas those with old money were well mannered and proper. Gatsby didn't fit in with them because he was old money.
People may think that money and social class don't affect our relationships today, but we found evidence that it still does. Think about the expression, I wouldn't do that for love or money. In our third article, the author theorizes that some may unknowingly use this term, meaning love and money are equally important to them, instead of using either or. Karl Marx saw the destructive nature of money in regards to relationships. Marx believes that money can have a negative effect and inhibit our relationships with people. This is shown in very subtle ways in our society today. Whether people may openly admit it or not, money does have an effect on relationships. Marx believes that money causes us to focus on physical objects, things to have and hold. On the other hand, love involves personal relationships and social bonds. But with the world we live in, sometimes people get these things confused.
Statistics show that children born into a higher social class stay in that social class when they become adults. People born with less money often stay in the lower social class because often money is needed for opportunity. The article states inequality lowers mobility because it shapes opportunity. People born into wealthy families often stay in wealthy communities and surround themselves with other people in their social class, limiting their dating pool. Most people may not even meet a lot of people outside of their social class. Prejudice still exists today, especially involving social class and social background.
Okay, to prove our point about how money still affects us in our relationships today, we went around and we talked to some fellow students and asked them a couple of questions on the topic. For example, we asked them things like, how important is money to you in your relationships? And how do you feel about the traditional whole man should work and provide and the woman shouldn't have to stereotype? And these were what they said. How important is money to you in your relationships?
It's really not that important to me.
Okay. Could you date or marry someone that makes way less or more money than you?
I mean, money really isn't that big of an issue because, like, if you're dating somebody, you're not dating them. Well, I don't date them because they have money. I'm dating them because, like, I like who they are as a person, not.
And how do you feel about the traditional, the man should work and provide and the woman shouldn't have to stereotype?
I mean, I think that, like, you're equal in your relationship, so if, like, you both contribute to the relationship and, like, provide for each other, so, like, if somebody, like, if he needed taken care of, the woman would take care of him, and if the woman needed taken care of, he would take care of her, so it's like a equal balance.
And how do you think most people feel about that, though? Do you think they prefer, like, in the South?
I was about to say, in the South, then yeah, that's probably a pretty, I'm sure a lot of people think that that's.
Do you like or dislike that? That's a stereotype.
I don't really like that stereotype because, I mean, you're supposed to be equals. That's the whole point of a relationship.
Okay, so how do you feel, or what's more important to you, building your career or starting a family?
Building my career.
And what's your major?
Biomedical sciences.
So you want to go into the medical field? So that's definitely.
Yeah, definitely building a career over starting a family.
Okay. Do you want a family one day, though?
Maybe.
Maybe.
No kids. I don't really want children.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Okay, do you think it's true that people that grow up with less money end up having less opportunities in life than people that grow up with more money?
I mean, I think that's true because hard work can only get you so far, and then stuff is expensive. College is expensive. All the things that require opportunity require money. So hard work can get you some places, but you need money to get to a lot of them.
How important is money to you in your relationship?
It's important, but it's not really, really important. Cause I mean, we're in college, y'all. I mean, y'all don't have money. Everybody's struggling in college.
Okay. Could you date or marry someone that makes way less or more than you?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I could.
Okay. How do you feel about the tradition of the man should work and provide so that the woman doesn't stereotype?
But me personally, from my background, I come from an independent mom. So I feel like if you do have a husband or whatever, it can be, half and half. You don't have to do everything because I'm the type of person like I like to do for myself. So yeah.
What's more important to you, building your career or starting a family?
I would say career, because if you have a good career, then you can stay. We have everything in line. Then you start a family, but you start your career.
Oh, what's your major?
I'm a psychology major.
So, studies show that children usually grow up to make about as much money as their parents do. Do you know anyone in that situation?
No. No.
Have you ever heard about this before, or do you think it's true?
I mean, yeah, because they say you usually, fall into your parents' footsteps. So if you come from a middle class family, you're usually going to have a middle class, lifestyle. So that's usually what happens.
Okay, well, thank you.
How important is money to you in relationships?
Pretty important, I would say.
Could you date or marry someone that makes less than you?
Sure.
Okay, well, what about more than you? Would that be a big deal? That's pretty cool. How do you feel about the traditional, the man should work and provide so that the woman doesn't have to stereotype?
Honestly, that depends on her. If she wants to work, she can work. I don't care.
What's more important to you? Building your career or starting a family?
Building my career.
How important would you say money is to you in your relationships?
Money is important, but it shouldn't be a determining factor of sustaining happiness with your significant other. That's what I believe.
All right. Would you say you could date or marry someone that makes more than you?
Absolutely. I don't see why not. If you're, if you care that much about that person, it shouldn't matter how much they make or don't make. So.
Okay, that's true. The same thing for less than you, or no?
Absolutely.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. What would you say is more important to you, building your career or starting a family?
I would say in order to start a family, you should build your career first in order to support those you care for.
Makes a lot of sense. How would you say you feel about the traditional, the man should work and provide so that the female doesn't have to stereotype?
I believe that if your significant other has ambitions to aspire towards great things, if they want to be the breadwinner or both, if both sides want to make as much money as the other, then more